بالله وكفى السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته قول ديالها مين فإلا كدوا هذا برنامجka Muro Caalamka wararka jiran waliba kumidaha Israa'iil iyo waliba iyo xeebta Televiv ka ciirsadana wasiirka xaq jirka amniga Israa'iil Ben Gvir barnaamijka Sinkayna Anthony Blinken xaaladda gobolka ka hadlay barnaamijkaasi gudbiyana qodobada kalena Sinhay waliba kumidaha Canada iyo waliba ay sheegtay in iyo markaasiyada korseegada waa korseedan nam Pakistani oo konool Canada oo faday inuu weerarka waa weerarka eedii 7 أكتوبر بالله الإيدن وأنا كجيسة حرون يهودا وكلتهم لسي برامج كسين كاينا قضبة كلنا سين هاي ولا بكم لها إيران أمريكان كوري تولبا يا مركزيتي جيج هبنا كتيس كهرقويو كبدا أيوة لجلان إسرائيل برامج كسين كود بينا قضبة أسيورة كلو كسين كاينا برامج كمرو عالم كمين فينا barnaamijka Muro Caalamka la darartan Iiraan iyo waliba iyo markaasiyada markiin korreeyto geegaha bandhigtay isku horkooyow badda oo iyo la galan Israa'iil kureed markii waa iyo sheegan waa uu sheegay taliyaha ciidanka ilaalada kacanka General Hussein Salimi in Israa'iil iyo weerartay 4 markab oo yeelati Iiraan xilliyo maraan biyaha caalamiga Salami waliba uu saaray Israa'iil waliba weerartay 4 markab oo kumida maraakiibta sida saliidda Londoofiyo waliba intaasay ku dar waa ka daray markii hore makasana lanku weeraray maraakiibta laakiin sawliba ognaa in ita maamulka Israa'iil oo reeb in qaadnay weerar oo ka beegsadana ila markab oo yeelatay Israa'iil barnaamijka Muro Caalamka la darartan Canada waliba ay sheegtay in markaasiytii iyo ka horseedan lam Pakistani oo konool Canada oo safaday in weerar keedii 7 October billaha eedin wana ka jeesada xarun Yahuudiye kilata magaalo waa ka taala New York ee dalka Mareykanka oo soona taageerasa kooxda Daesh si sheegtay waxda cadaaladda Canada barnaamijka la darartan Israa'iiliinta iyo waliba iyo ka caraysiyana oo xeebta Televiv ka ciirsadeen wasiirka xaq jirka amniga Israa'iil Ben Gvir Israa'iiliintu waliba diideen nidaamka xaq jirka Netanyahu sabab la xiriira waa in horteegin si deynta maxaabiis Israa'iiliinta ee Gaza la kahay barnaamijka la darartan Anthony Blinken shil jira waa shir jira isugu qobadiyaan kaali xaaladda gobolka arrimo kale oo xasaasiya ka hadlay
the indispensable leadership of Kenya, President Ruto, as well as the contributions of CARICOM and the international community. Canada has been one of Haiti's strongest and most enduring partners, devoting millions in training and equipment to bolster the Haitian National Police and the multinational security support mission. Jamaica, as deputy commander of this mission, has committed to sending its own personnel to Haiti. El Salvador is sending a medevac team. But at this critical moment, we do need more funding, we do need more personnel to sustain and carry out the objectives of this mission. The United States has been actively working to secure this additional support. In a couple of weeks, we'll be at the United Nations for the General Assembly. I intend to convene a ministerial meeting to encourage greater contributions to help meet Haiti's security needs, its economic needs, its humanitarian needs, as well as to renew the mission's mandate, which expires in early October. The United States is also committed to using this foundation of security to support and unlock the potential of the Haitian people. We're the largest contributor of humanitarian assistance to Haiti. That includes an additional $45 million in humanitarian aid that I'm announcing today, bringing the total U.S. aid to over $210 million this year. That means more food, more water, more sanitation, more health and support services for 1.5 million more Haitians. In the long term, the United States is working to return Haiti to the path of growth and opportunity, including through a whole-of-government strategy that the United States and Haitian stakeholders have developed to prevent conflict and promote stability here in Haiti. We're particularly focused in shoring up the apparel sector, which constitutes a quarter of Haiti's GDP, 90% of its exports, and employs tens of thousands of Haitians. The United States Hope Help trade preference program is an essential part of this effort, incentivizing companies to locate factories here by allowing Haitian-produced clothing to be exported to the United States duty-free. This critical legislation expires next year, so we're working with our Congress to quickly reauthorize it. We'll also continue partnering with the Haitian government to make it easier for companies to do business here in Haiti. Now, we're very clear-eyed about what is required to address Haiti's challenges. It's an enormous amount of work to be done. The challenges are significant. But I think from just a few hours here today, meeting with leaders, talking to people, as well as being immersed in the work that we've done these past few months, what I am seeing is tremendous resilience and the reemergence of hope. We see it in young police recruits who are ready to reclaim their communities. We see it in citizens who see the transition government beginning to address challenges with seriousness and a sense of purpose. We see it in parents who can begin again to imagine going out to the supermarket, sending their kids to school without fear. Everyone that I met today cares about this country and is committed to its future. And I want the people of Haiti to know that the United States is with you. Nous sommes avec vous. Will remain with you. And many other countries are as well. So I think we've seen a good start to moving Haiti forward, but much remains to be done. We're determined to continue. We're determined to help the Haitian people write the future that they deserve.
The first question goes to Rothschild.
La première, donc Gilles François, Secretary of State, Anthony Brinkland, you just announced new humanitarian help to Haiti. Humanitarian assistance is important, but the country also needs investments that are important for economic growth and the creation of jobs and rich wealth in Haiti. You see, when we have resolved the security problem, how will the United States continue to help Haiti rebuild its future after the gangs have been dealt with?
The question is, what can we do to really help Haiti develop its economy? Humanitarian assistance is critical, but we also, the question suggests, need to do other things. And the truth is we have been and will continue to do so. Besides the humanitarian assistance, if you go back just over the last few years, going back to 2021, we provided more than $800 million in development, economic, and health assistance, as well as security assistance. And then separate from that is the humanitarian assistance. So you're exactly right that these investments in Haiti's foundational economic activities and everything that needs to happen to support them, that is essential, and we'll continue to do that. I mentioned the Hope Health Act that's been critical in supporting the apparel sector, which is so central to Haiti's economy. We want to renew that. It expires next year. But that's been critical because it incentivizes companies to put factories here in Haiti to produce the apparel that then gets sold the United States and throughout the region. So these and other measures, as well as a program we have that is part of the Global Fragility Act, where we have a 10-year plan, in effect, for Haiti to help support its development, to prevent instability, but to promote as well economic activity. So all of these things have to come together. But I just say again, I think the first thing to get right is to make sure that the security foundation is there, and that's what's happening now with the MSS and the Haitian National Police. A lot more work to be done, but it's starting to move. And then we also want to make sure that Haiti is back on a clear democratic track, and that means elections next year.
For the next question, Michael Crowley with the New York Times.
Thank you, Mr. Senator.
Michael.
Thank you.
turning to the Middle East for a moment, if we may. There'll be more questions about Haiti, I'm sure. Many of us were with you in Israel in June. At that time, there was a ceasefire proposal on the table, and you said to the press corps that the prospect of a ceasefire really is down to one person at this point. And you said it was Yahya Sinwar, the leader of Hamas. Of course, a lot of things have happened since that time, but I wonder whether it is still your assessment that really it comes down at this point to that one man, Yahya Sinwar. There's a lot of criticism right now about the role of Prime Minister Netanyahu and what his exact position is. So I wondered if you could just kind of come back to that basic question of where you place the primary responsibility. And then if I just may add one more question, this may be in the Department of stating the obvious, but can you just, would you acknowledge at this point that the prospect of a normalization agreement between Saudi Arabia and Israel that would include some sort of a security agreement between the United States and Saudi Arabia is not going to happen under President Biden's presidency? Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Michael. So you're right that that's exactly what I said in June, and you're also right that since then there have been intervening events, and I think that only underscores something truly essential, which is that as close as we have gotten, and as close as I believe we are to getting a ceasefire agreement, every day that goes by where it is not finalized and the parties don't say yes, period, is a day in which something else happens. And there is an intervening event, which simply pushes things off and runs the risk of derailing what is a pretty fragile apple cart. So the experience that we've had over the last couple of months, where there's been extraordinary work done to get a framework agreement that both parties signed on to, then to work to fill in some of the gaps because the framework agreement doesn't have every detail in it. That remain to be negotiated, things that need to be implemented. We've been doing that work, and I think based on what I've seen, 90% is agreed. But there are a few critical issues that remain where we need to be able to get agreement, and they really go to how certain aspects of the agreement would be implemented. And I think much of this has been discussed in recent days, including the Philadelphia corridor, including some of the how hostages and prisoners are exchanged. So that remains, but pretty much everything else is there. So at this point, it seems to me that it's really incumbent on both parties to get to yes on these remaining issues. And we're in very active discussions with, first of all, with our partners in this effort, Egypt and Qatar. And I expect in the coming days, we will share with Israel, and they'll share with Hamas, our thoughts, the three of us, on exactly how to resolve the remaining outstanding questions. And then it will be time really for the parties to decide yes or no, and then we'll see. As to normalization, Saudi Arabia, no, I don't agree with the premise of the question, or at least the statement that it's no longer possible. Now, it's very clear to me from my conversations with Israelis, with Saudis, that
guud ahaan waliba intaa ka hirana barnaamijka Mura Caalamka Warteelka Arlaadi